Deep beneath California's Central Valley, a mechanical beast is on the move. It's not an earthquake, it's a tunnel boring machine, or TBM, the size of a football field, grinding through earth at a relentless pace. Its mission, carve a 45-mile tunnel, wide enough for 2 semi-trucks, as part of the $20 billion Delta Conveyance Project. This underground river aims to capture water from the Sacramento River and send it south, promising relief for millions in drought-prone cities. But not everyone sees a miracle. Delta farmers fear losing the fresh water their crops need, while environmentalists warn of disaster for endangered fish and fragile ecosystems. Is this a visionary solution or a colossal mistake? The answer is buried deep, alongside decades of conflict and broken promises. The project pits north against south, neighbor against neighbor, and man against nature. As these machines dig, they're unearthing more than dirt. They're digging through a century of water wars. For some, the tunnel is hope. For others, it's a threat to their way of life. The stakes? California's future, its environment, and its identity. Will this tunnel solve the state's water crisis, or just create a bigger one? The story starts here, beneath the farmland, where the ground is trembling with possibility and peril. Why spend $20 billion on a tunnel? Because California is a land of extremes, floods in the north, drought in the south. Northern rivers overflow with rain and snowmelt, flooding towns and sending precious water out to sea. Meanwhile, Southern California's 20 million residents face relentless drought, shrinking reservoirs, and the looming threat of empty taps. The tunnel's purpose: capture excess water from the north during storms and send it south, storing it for dry times. It's a bold attempt to balance nature's feast or famine cycle. Supporters call it climate resilience, adapting to a world where the snowpack is shrinking and storms are more intense. Without new ways to capture and move water, California risks losing its most vital resource. The tunnel isn't about taking more water, but taking it smarter, when it's abundant, not when it's scarce. Critics say it's a gamble, but for many, it's a necessary hedge against a future of climate uncertainty. The stakes are rising as the climate grows more unpredictable. Can California outsmart nature's wild swings? The tunnel is the state's biggest bet yet. The outcome will shape the future of water in the West. California's water system is a relic of the past, built for a smaller population and a different climate. The State Water Project and Central Valley Project, marvels of the 20th century, now struggle to keep up with nearly 40 million people. At the heart of it all, the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta, a fragile estuary where fresh and salt water collide. Old pumps in the South Delta pull water through twisting channels, harming fish and triggering strict environmental limits. The tunnel's promise? Bypass the Delta's delicate ecosystem with new intakes farther north, sending water underground to the aqueducts. Proponents say it's like a cardiac bypass for California's water system, protecting the Delta while ensuring a reliable supply. The old infrastructure is strained and outdated, like running a city on dial-up internet. Everyone agrees, something has to change. The tunnel is the boldest proposal yet. Will it be the upgrade California needs, or just another patch on a failing system? The answer could define the state's next century. Building a 45-mile tunnel isn't just digging, it's a feat of modern engineering. Tunnel boring machines, or TBMs, are the stars, massive cylindrical giants that chew through earth, remove debris, and install concrete linings in one seamless process. The cutterhead grinds soil and rock while conveyor belts haul out millions of cubic yards of muck. Behind the cutterhead, robotic arms assemble concrete rings, forming a waterproof tunnel as the machine inches forward. Guided by lasers and GPS, the TBM navigates a complex underground world with millimeter precision. Multiple machines, launched from different points, work around the clock, operated by crews in tough, confined conditions. The logistics are staggering: moving earth, managing crews, and keeping everything on track. These workers are the unsung heroes, piloting some of the world's most powerful machines beneath our feet. It's a hidden world of grit and innovation, shaping California's future from below. The tunnel's success depends on their skill and a little luck. The Delta isn't just a waterway, it's a living ecosystem, home to endangered fish and migratory birds. Environmentalists fear the tunnel will siphon away fresh water, letting saltwater invade and pushing species like the Delta smelt closer to extinction. They warn that even excess water diversions could disrupt the delicate balance that keeps the estuary alive. Proponents counter new intakes will have advanced fish screens, and smarter operations could actually help protect wildlife. They promise habitat restoration and more flexible water management, but construction itself will scar the landscape, disrupting farms, habitats, and communities for years. Noise, dust, and the risk of contamination are real concerns. It's a battle between long-term water security and immediate environmental risk. Both sides wield science and passion, convinced they're fighting for California's future. The question, can the tunnel deliver water without destroying what makes the Delta unique? The answer will echo far beyond the estuary. In California, water is power, and the Delta Tunnel is ground zero for a century-old war. Southern California's water agencies see the tunnel as essential, investing billions to secure their future. Delta farmers, tribes, and residents see a water grab that threatens their land, livelihoods, and heritage. Environmental groups demand conservation and recycling, not more mega projects. Central Valley agriculture is split. Some want reliable water, others fear soaring costs and broken promises. The fight is fierce. Every permit, every review, every dollar is a political battle. Old wounds run deep, with memories of past defeats and betrayals. The tunnel's fate may be decided not by engineers, but by politicians and lobbyists. It's a high-stakes drama with no easy answers. The outcome will shape California's water and its politics for generations. Even if politics and the environment align, the tunnel faces daunting engineering risks. California is earthquake country. The tunnel must cross active faults and survive intense shaking. Engineers design flexible segments to withstand seismic shocks, but the Delta's soft soils add another layer of danger. Digging through peat and clay is like tunneling through jello, unstable, unpredictable, and prone to collapse. Geological surprises, construction delays, and cost overruns are almost guaranteed. The $20 billion price tag could easily double if things go wrong. If support evaporates, California could be left with a half-finished multi-billion-dollar hole. Still, engineers point to global successes, like the Channel Tunnel, as proof it can be done. But nature always has the last word. The project's fate depends on skill, science, and a bit of luck. One mistake could turn a miracle into a disaster. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Delta Tunnel is more than a California story. It's a test of America's ability to dream and build big. Once we built the Hoover Dam and the interstate highway system. Now megaprojects stall in red tape and cost overruns. The tunnel is a bold return to engineering ambition, tackling climate threats with technology. Around the world, nations are building sea barriers and water transfers to survive a changing climate. Can the US still deliver on grand visions, or have we lost our nerve? The tunnel's success could inspire a new era of infrastructure, or become a cautionary tale of hubris. It's a bet on human ingenuity in the face of nature's power. The world is watching. Will California lead or stumble? The answer will echo far beyond the state's borders. This is about more than water. It's about the future of American ambition. The outcome will shape how we face the challenges of a changing planet. So, is the Delta Tunnel a miracle or a money pit? No one knows for sure. Supporters see it as a lifeline, protection against drought, a triumph of engineering, and a bet on California's future. Opponents see a looming disaster, environmental ruin, runaway costs, and broken promises. Both sides are driven by fear and hope, fighting for their vision of what California should be. The tunnel is more than concrete and steel. It's a symbol of the state's struggle to adapt, grow, and survive. As the machines dig, they carve out more than a tunnel. They carve out the future. Will it be a monument to foresight or a warning against arrogance? Only time will tell. The story of the Delta Tunnel is the story of California itself, caught between risk and reward, hope and fear.